Good day, sir. We are the BE-LITERATE group, and today we will be discussing the 6 education-related concepts presented in the video. So first, we have reforming public education. Every country on earth is in the process of reforming its education system. There are 2 reasons for this. Number one, economic. Economic nations are attempting to determine how to get kids ready for the workplace even if we have no idea what it will look like in the future. Second, cultural. Every nation on earth is attempting to determine how to educate its children to give them a feeling of cultural identity so that while participating on globalization, we may pass on the cultural traits of our communities. The issue with present education reform initiatives is that we are attempting to address the future by continuing with what we did in the past, alienating millions of children in the process who, for whatever reason, don't see the value in attending school. Generation X was inspired to study hard in school and earn good grades by the idea that we could attend college, graduate with a degree, and land in a nice career. Children nowadays do not understand this, and they should not. Obtaining a degree no longer ensures you a good career, but it may help you land a better one.
Concept number 2. The current system of education was designed, conceived, and structured for a different age. And this kind of system of education was developed, rooted, or sprung up from the intellectual culture of the Enlightenment and the economic circumstance in the Industrial Revolution, meaning to say it was rooted or modeled on the interest of industrialization. And during 19th century, there was a revolutionary idea, and that is the proposal of the public education. That public education is free and compulsory to all the children. But there are a lot of people who disagree or disapprove to this kind of public education since it is paid from the taxes, and somehow they undermine the capability or the ability of the students, and somehow they think that they could not make it.
Concept number 3 is assumption about social structure and capacity. This is driven by economic imperative of the time. We can see the intellectual model of the mind. It was essentially the Enlightenment view of intelligence, the real knowledge. It is consists of the capacity for a certain type of first deductive reasoning. When we say deductive reasoning, it is a logical process in which a conclusion is based on the concordance of multiple premises that are generally assumed to be true. Deductive reasoning is sometimes referred to as top-down logic. Second, the knowledge of the classic. So in other words, they have already a preconceived idea of the potential and capacity of the students.
So now, the fourth concept is the academic ability. They somehow put a label between a person, the academic and non-academic person. Those who have the academic capability are considered intelligent, smart, and brilliant. Those who are not are non-smart. Those who excel were valued and esteemed more than those who specialized in non-academic stuff. These two types of excellence is somehow biased because of the system of education. The next concept is the school kills creativity. An essential capacity for creative thinking is called divergent thinking. It is the ability to see lots of possible ways of interpreting and answering a question, to think laterally, and to say many possible answers, not just one.
The last concept is shifting of the education paradigm. It is the gene pool of education. We need to do the following to shift the industrial capitalist education paradigm. Firstly, destroy the myth that there is divide between academic and non-academic subjects. Secondly, recognize that effective learning takes place in groups. And finally, we need to change the habitual ways of thinking of those within the education system and the habits which they occupy.